Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Crispy Kareem and I make videos in which I say my opinion, I comment on certain subjects and I get things off my chest. For those of you and you've come to listen because you've liked what you heard and seen. So for those of you who do like it, please subscribe to my channel, share this video and leave a nice comment and press that like button. I forgot how to do my intro now because I haven't made a video in a month because I've been so busy. And if you don't like what I say, then give me loads of followers so that I can say something weird about a conservative BAME person so that I can undergo backlash for being full of shit and saying that shit out loud. Because this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Jamila Jamil, who did something bakhil. You know, bakhil is Arabic for ugly. And, I just want to clarify something. I'm filming on my phone because my laptop isn't picking up my microphone for some reason. So, some of you might notice lack of microphone for those 3 regular fans or however much it is, I don't know. But yeah, I want to talk about conservative BAME people. I kind of sort of made a video about this last July when I was talking about oh, are we getting a new BAME? We're getting our first BAME Prime Minister in the UK, and spoiler alert, we did after Liz Truss resigned. When at first I thought we weren't going to get our first Prime Minister of the UK, BAME Prime Minister of the UK, but it's happened, and he's prime ministering the way any Tory would prime minister. So well done to him, and the whatever part of the South Asian community he represents. But obviously he doesn't represent all of them, and Jamila Jamil made that clear in an Instagram post about 2 weeks ago where she said a lot of things about how she's unhappy with Rishi Sunak as Prime Minister and how his policies are harmful to a lot of South Asians in the UK and BAME people in general and people from other marginalised communities, a lot of which are overlapping, like, working class, disabled, etc. But what caught a lot of people's attention, especially of those who are conservatives and of those who do not like Jamila Jamil, was the fact that she said that he was trying to be white and she called him a coconut. And I've been wanting to make this particular video for a while, and when I was conceiving of it originally, I was just going to aim it at white people because, you know, um, European white people, not me white. You know what I mean. But after what Javina Jamil did, I realized that I wouldn't be comfortable with a brown person calling another brown person or a black person or calling another black person or whatever the dynamics is. Just don't call people coconuts, okay? It's not okay. Don't call them Uncle Toms or House this or whatever other slur you've come up with for people who are brown and black on the outside or but white on the inside, in your opinion, because it's fucking racist and it's completely unnecessary. I get it. I'm not like this conservative person who wants to slash taxes and you know knock down all the council houses to build luxury condos and make everyone drive cars and replace all of that infrastructure with 10-lane roads, because if you are still using the bus by 30, you are a failure of an adult. To paraphrase Margaret Thatcher, I'm not that kind of person, but I'm also not your die-hard liberal with 5 mental behavioral disorders listed in my Twitter bio, my neo pronouns, and Cameron Sickle communist logo in the bio either. But it for that kind of leftism, it's I do tend to find myself from topic to topic on left-wing circles, and sometimes I don't. And I'm also the child of Middle Eastern immigrants. So even though I am technically a white person, I do, in the sociocultural context, fit into the category of brown people. So I do want to talk about that as someone who isn't like this that diehard liberal person, but also a BAME minority ethnic person. And yeah, I know BAME and person of color are not interchangeable. You can be a minority ethnic person, a white person. You know, I'm talking. I mean, in your screen right now, you're watching me. Watching me. Don't know if I'm speaking clearly enough, but you know, I'm gonna get my point across. Don't call people a coconut just because you disagree with their politics and they are a person of color. And don't accuse them of wanting to be white either, because it places this like unrealistic benevolence on people of color that they're somehow all knowing and pure and can only be capable of doing bad things if they are being influenced by white people, and that, or Europeans, you know, obviously there's a complicated nature of it and a grey area of white BAME people being getting the short end of the Eurocentrism, white supremacy um, stick, but you know what I mean. Like, need to stop getting into that technicality. But comment sections are really fucking nasty, and you have to navigate them. So, I'm trying to remove the obstacles. But you're infantilizing us. Like, some of us can just have opinions and different politics from your nose ring, hair dyed person that yells at everything and says fuck the system all the time, and I want handouts. It's it, uh, because evil exists within all demographics, within different minorities and ethnicities, and you know it doesn't take white influence to turn a person of color evil. Maybe they're just a really bad person, and they they want to cut taxes because they're just selfish. It doesn't have to have anything to do with they want to be white or they're coconuts. It's so ridiculous. And even if you are white, you can criticize their policies and point out the fact that someone is using them as a shield for how their policies disproportionately impact members of their own demographic and minority ethnic people overall. That's fine. You gotta get the evidence, and you can pretty much say, well, I don't buy this. Like how James Cleverly's always going, well, the Conservatives have brought you the most diverse cabinet in Britain's history, and say that, well, that it's tokenistic. You can call out tokenism. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. But like, there's a difference between actually calling it out and focusing on the policies and calling people coconuts and Uncle Toms and Oreos and this and that. Because when you call people stuff like that, it's a slur that shows that you're focusing more on that person's skin color and their existence as a brown and black person than you are on the harms of their policies. And you're showing that if someone who is brown or black exists in a different with a different political ideology, and to align to that political ideology, then you don't validate that black and brown person as a black and brown person. And so you are basically just treating your who knows where that slippery slope will go. I mean, you can find someone who is maybe quite left wing and with other black and brown people on many policies, and then when maybe they'll disagree with a certain policy, you'll be, oh, well, you're actually a coconut because you think you are gender critical, even though you are quite radically anti racist and think that we shouldn't have ableist policies or when agree with disability advocacy. I mean, it's and uh, people have the political spectrum is very diverse, and I wish people understood that. And it's so annoying because it just people don't understand what they're saying, and they are so irresponsible with their words because they think they can just say anything online. And it's so, this whole influence by white people, like these people, they are critical thinkers. They do maybe they know the impacts of their policies and they don't care. Maybe they are critically thinking and they know what they want and how they get out of enacting and representing these policies, and they're not, you know enslaved by white people with like a leash and a whip, or they're just people. You don't have to agree with their opinions, but they're still people. And you know calling them things like coconuts and Uncle Tom's takes their peoplehood or personhood away. And I think you need to understand that it's just not okay. And I know that if I were in that kind of space, that I could probably get called a coconut as well. If I were, if I looked more like my dad, I guess. And I guess other people just say, "Oh, looks like you're just as white on the inside as you are on the outside. Would have thought you were an immigrant?" It's not okay. And I think Jamila Jamil did edit the post and took out coconut and the whole "he wants to be white so bad" thing, because she knew that it wasn't appropriate. But at the end of the day, it just what you do is it screams white savior complex, that you think you know how to dictate how black and brown people think. And the annoying part is that when you say that kind of stuff, it just emboldens these people and the white beautiful that they, are allied with. They'll say, like, "Look at the racism on the left. These people want to enslave our minds with handouts and socialism, but I am a hard worker and a critical thinker, and I am the right person for elevating the status of BAME people." I mean, you're not doing anything helpful using those words. So stop calling BAME Tories coconuts, because it's racist, unproductive, and infantilizing. Okay, now that you've understood that, I've had my upload for the month, and I can finally get that thought out of my head because I've been wanting to make this video for ages. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this, please like, subscribe, and share, and I will keep uploading more videos.